Hello, my name is Jimmy Copley. I'm the behavior interventionist here at LakeVille Memorial High School. I am also an occupational therapist for about the past 26 years. And we're here to give you our grant proposal for our sensory room.
Here at LakeVille Community Schools, we do have 3 buildings that we operate with about 1,100 students K through 12, with about 360 students here at the high school. We have academic programs for both general and special education, and we're proud to say that we are slightly under the state average for special education services required here at LakeVille Community Schools. We're working hard to use our behavior intervention room to prevent the need for special education. Our socioeconomic status of our community is around 58% free and reduced lunch, about 13.9% of our students receive special education services, and with about 7% receiving 504 accommodations. And we do have a small amount of chronic absenteeism. Before 2020, about 20% of students were diagnosed with some sort of mental illness. 50% of students are receiving intervention. Here's the big kicker. About 75% of the people that need care are not getting adequate care, or some of them are really getting nothing at all. And another thing I really like to point out right here is that students from about 12 to 17, it is pretty typical for them to experience more negative emotions than they will when their brain finishes developing. Now, we are proposing making a hybrid room to continue to grow self-regulation here in our school. So we really want to use this sensory room as a way to teach self-regulation to our students and then reinforce it in the classroom. As far as how we're going to measure this, we're going to be using the 5-point scale. So the kids, when they come into the sensory room, they sign in, they rate themselves on the 5-point scale, they run through our process, and then they re-rate themselves on their way back out the door as they're heading back to class. As far as expected outcomes, we're going to be using the Remind deck. It's a 3-step process for self-regulation, but it systematizes things. The current and future goal of the sensory room is really to assist students with self-regulation so that they can get back in that classroom and produce schoolwork and grow that part of their brain. As a school, we're looking to expand the tools and the infrastructure to maximize kids' class time. Our current donations of materials, they've been available. They're working out pretty good. But we got a lot of stuff that's getting used up and beat up. So that's why we're really out seeking more tools. And both the administration and the behavior interventionist are working hard to make this sensory room a safe space for everyone using the interventions. How we kind of get kids to come in and get introduced to the room, we hold a coffee cafe on Wednesdays, and this way everybody kind of gets introduced to it, and the kids that seem to need it, they seem to come back and use it. We want kids not only to be able to rate themselves on the 5-point scale, but we want them getting that biofeedback right from their hands or their neck or their hair, wherever they may be feeling anxiety or stress. We just want to get them in there so that they can start to understand self-regulation. So again, the reason we're really looking for this support is to expand the system that we've already got started. And we're working real hard to systematize this thing so that it lands in every classroom in our building. Now, as far as the items that we're proposing, we have really looked into all the different tools that Diane Henry suggests in her Tools for Teens. Some of the offbeat things maybe that we have on here, a bonsai tree kit. Especially the male students, when they come in, they need to have their hands busy, and that seems to get them talking. And now the reason we're putting these swings in is because vestibular input can be such a powerful modulator of all input. Our flooring, that is something we've kind of got on loan right now, is a chunk of gymnastics or cheerleading mat that is a tool that is constantly used. We have some other stuff on here like resistance bands. Again, activating that proprioceptive input, and we're looking to help a lot more kids with this $10,000. So thank you for giving this money, and thank you for considering us.